Happy Easter! I don't have bunny at home, so here's my piggy onesie. It's close enough. Happy Easter, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something that a friend of mine just asked me this morning. She was quite upset, asking for advice how she could say no to work, demanding things either last minute or outside of her work hours. This is a great example of boundaries. Lots of people have similar issues, especially for us ladies. We tend to be people pleasers compared to men, and we also feel bad to say no. We're not trained to do that. We're trained to be the yes people. For my friend, she's asking, how do I say no? I am really burnt out, but I'm scared to lose my job. My answer to her, 3 steps. Very simple. It's all about boundary. If we're happy, that means our boundaries are well protected. The minute you're uncomfortable, upset about something, it means your boundaries are broken. So in this instance, step number 1 is dig deeper to your fear and realize why. Is it rational or not? Step number 2, define your boundary. And step 3, once you have defined your boundary, you must defend it ruthlessly. So let's dive into that. What do I mean? Step number 1, fear. We all have fear. Majority of the time, fear is not rational. Somebody is scared of bugs. Most likely not because bugs will kill you. Same thing with losing jobs. So I advise her to ask, so what question. Dig deeper. Keep asking yourself, so what? Until you get to the worst, absolutely the worst. And so what? I bet at the very, very, very worst case scenario, it's not end of the world. Of course, we want to protect ourselves for those rainy days. That's why savings is very important. I always live below my means. I always save for those unexpected days. But let's just say you don't have that. Still, so what? Are you capable of finding another job? Step number 2 is define your boundaries. What is an acceptable range? We all have our range. That range sometimes changes depending on the circumstance. Use my friend's example. Let's just say she just got this job. If this is a brand new job, she might need to put in a little bit more hours. But in her case, it's not. She's been at this job for a while. She's good at it. She works really hard. So we're talking about a sustainable strategy. In her case, she's get paid 9 to 5, but she's willing to give a little bit. So 8 to 6. And you could have your own range. Everybody works on different schedules, but no matter what, define your boundary. That boundary is the one that allows you to work consistently over a long period of time and still be happy. And step number 3, once you have your boundary, defend it ruthlessly. This is my range, and I do not accept anything but that. Unless your action defines that, people will not respect it. If you think I do not want to work outside of 8 to 6 range, then do not work outside of 6 to 8 range, no matter what people ask you of. And you must use your action to train them and understand to respect your boundaries. Once a dating coach said something, it's referring to dating, but it applies to everything. He said, if your action is ruthless, you do not need your words to be mean. What does that mean? If people email her at 11 o'clock at night, your action is do not reply. It's up to you if you want to check your email at all, but do not reply. If people asking something at 5 p.m., That's great. I'll get to it tomorrow. Or if they're asking for something for first thing tomorrow, say, well, it's end of the day. I won't be able to get it to you. I'll start working on it tomorrow. I think I can get it to you by end of the day tomorrow. Is that okay? Communicate and stick with your reasonable boundary. There are always exceptions, and that's fine. I'm talking about the norm here. If she's actually getting fired because people do not respect her boundary, are they the right people to work for? Sometimes blessing is in disguise. So that's my little tip of the day. Hopefully it helps. Happy quarantine. Stay safe.